Evening, welcome to Dateline. Tonight on Dateline, we shall feature reports on the press conference held by Governor Ademola Adeleke over the imbroglio generated by the Court of Appeal judgment on the 2022 local government election in Osun State. As the controversy is heading to a point of disagreement, the activities of the governor for the week retains its place on Dateline. Also, we shall visit Modakeke to see how the people of the ancient town gave a voice to the endorsement of Senator Ademola Adeleke for his second term in office. These and others shall come your way on today's edition of the program. Once again, welcome. My name is Oluchi Amuda. First, the hard news segments. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has given the Central Bank of Nigeria a 48-hour ultimatum to reverse the newly announced hike in automated teller machine transaction fees, calling it unlawful, unfair, unreasonable, and unjust. In an open letter signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadari, the organization urged CBN Governor Olayemi Kaduso to immediately reverse the policy. Meanwhile, former governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, has expressed disappointment over the recent wave of defections by members of the PDP to the ruling All Progressive Congress. According to Tambuwal, no politician with a conscience would join the APC given the current economic situation in the country. Speaking to journalists shortly after the Northwest Zonal meeting of the PDP in Kaduna, Tambuwal attributed the defections to stomach infrastructure rather than the interest of the people. The Oloba of Oba-Oke, Oba Adam Yusuf Bakari Eshutola II, has commended the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, for his developmental strides in the state in the areas of health, education, agriculture, and road infrastructure, among others. The monarch, who gave the commendation at the 26th Oba-Oke Day celebration, equally appealed to the governor to help in the completion of the health center, which has remained uncompleted since 1982 during the era of late Chief Bola Ige in the old Oyo State. Here are the details.
It was a joyous occasion for the people of Oba-Oke as they played host to a race of dignitaries from all walks of life who converged on St. Peter's Primary School playground for the 26th Oba-Oke Day celebration and 5 billion naira fundraising for the construction of a modern town hall and for the execution of other developmental projects in the town. In his keynote address, the Oloba of Oba-Oke, Oba Adam Yusuf Bakari Eshutola II, expressed appreciation to the sons and daughters of the town at home and in the diaspora for their cooperation and support toward the developmental drive in the town. The monarch, who commended the state governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, for his unprecedented performance in different sectors, reflected in the developmental projects ongoing in different parts of the state. The Oloba of Oba-Oke appealed to the governor to assist the town in the completion of the health center, as he noted that the building has been under construction since 1982 during the era of late Chief Bola Ige in the old Oyo State. The monarch also requested for the completion of Dagbolu Oba-Oke Obaile Ekoinde Road.
I also want to call the state government's attention to God-gifted Owala Dam Oba-Oke, which is now gaining the state government's favor. If it is timely and relatively utilized, we will go a long way in bringing each income to the state. That is, on tourism, irrigation, fishery, and training ground for underwater welders.
In his remarks, the Atauja of Oshobuland and Royal Father of the Day, Oba Jimo Olanipekun Laroye II, implored the people of Oba-Oke to remain steadfast and united in their developmental drive, adding that no meaningful development can take place in an environment full of rancor. Earlier in his address of welcome, the president of Oba-Oke Development Union, Pastor Remi Abidogun, stated that the town is blessed with fertile lands for the cultivation of crops such as cocoa, kola nuts, rice, cassava, yam, pepper and plantains, among others. He appealed to the government and to private investors to look into how the Owala Dam could be harnessed and utilized for electricity generation and irrigation farming. There were goodwill messages from the Managing Director, National Inland Waterways Authority, NEWA, Alhaji Bola Oyebamiji, who stood in for the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy and former Governor of Osun State, Alhaji Adigboyega Oyetola, Prince Adebayo Banik, among others. The event also featured fundraising for the developmental project in the town. Oluchi.
Welcome to our sports segment. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has promised to help Galatasaray overturn their 4-1 first leg defeat against Al-Khmer in the UEFA Europa League round of 16 playoff next Thursday. The 26-year-old forward, who missed the first leg through suspension, believes the Turkish champions can progress with the support of their fans at the Rams Park. On the foreign scene, more than 40 people, mostly women, were killed after an illegal gold mine collapsed in Mali. The collapse took place near Canberra, in Mali's western gold-rich Kels region. The victims had climbed into open pit areas left by industrial miners to look for scraps of gold when the earth around them caved in. A gold miners' union leader informed this is Mali's second deadly mining accident in 3 weeks, after at least 10 people were killed when a mining tunnel flooded late in January. We now go on a break. Dateline continues shortly. Please stay tuned. You're welcome to Dateline proper. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has called for peace and stability in the state, urging President Bola Tinubu to intervene by calling the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adigboyega Oyetola, along with the State Commissioner of Police, the Director of the Department of State Services (DSS), and the State Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) to order to prevent any potential unrest in Osun State. Governor Adeleke stated this at the World Press Conference held at the banquet hall of Osun State Government House. Governor's Office correspondent Oluwa Tobiloba Ojunuga has the details for Dateline.
Of the pen profession at the World Press Conference held at the banquet hall of the Osun State Government House, Governor Ademola Adeleke alerted the nation to what he described as a deliberate plot to create chaos and anarchy in the state. The governor accused the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adigboyega Oyetola, of orchestrating an attempt to enforce a non-existent court judgment to reinstate sacked local government chairmen.
I call this press conference to alert the national global audience about the deliberate plot to create chaos and anarchy in Osun State. I invite you all to expose a faceless anti-democratic agenda designed to enforce a non-existing judgment on our local government.
Governor Adeleke alleged that Oyetola, in collaboration with top security officials in the state, including the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Department of State Services, DSS, and the Commandant of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, had been planning to use state security forces to carry out the illegal reinstatement.
I choose to alert the nation before my people are killed or maimed by a minister dropping the name of Mr. President in connivance with the Osun State security operatives obeying unlawful orders.
He clarified that the local government officials in question were removed by judicial rulings before he assumed office, not through his executive orders. Citing 2 separate federal high court judgments, Governor Adeleke explained that the chairman and councillors elected in the 2022 local government elections were sacked following suit filed by the People's Democratic Party PDP and the Action People's Party APP, narrating that an appeal by the All Progressives Congress APC against the PDP suit was struck out.
The bone of contention is the present effort to return to office council chairman sacked by a subsisting court judgment using a different court decision, which has no consequential order. Let me make it clear that the said council chairman was sacked before I was sworn in as governor of Osbc State, contrary to the lies being parlored that the chairman and councillors were sacked by my executive order.
The governor expressed concern that Mr. Oyetola, who is the former governor of the state and nephew of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was exploiting his influence to subvert the rule of law. Governor Adeleke further called on President Tinubu to intervene, urging him to instruct national security agencies not to obey what he termed illegal directives from Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola. He also appealed to the Nigerian Bar Association and legal experts to scrutinize the court rulings and expose any misinterpretations.
I therefore appeal to Mr. President, who is the known Democrat, to insist on the rule of law by instructing the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of DSS, the Commander General of Civil Defense, court not to obey an illegal order from his nephew, Mr. Oyetola. The Osbc State security chiefs should also be called to order.
Governor Adeleke will emphasize his administration's commitment to peace, warned that Osun citizens would not accept any unlawful takeover of local government councils, and held Oyetola and the state security chiefs responsible for any breakdown of law and order. Speaking on the legal implications of the alleged plots, the Osun State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Jimmy Bada, strongly condemned what he described as an attempt to subvert the rule of law in the state, addressing the legal intricacies surrounding the controversy over the sacked local government chairman. Mr. Bada emphasized that the judiciary had already settled the matter, making an attempt at restatement through false and unconstitutional acts. According to the Attorney General, two separate Federal High Court judgments had nullified the 2022 local government election in Osun State, which were conducted by previous administration under the then governor, Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola. He explained that the court found the election process legally defective and ruled that the elected officials had no legitimate mandate.
The Court of Appeal at page 49 and 50, the last paragraph of page 49, if I'm just read out. Now, since it is the position of this court that there is no valid or regulated process to confer jurisdiction of the lower court to hear and determine the claim of the first respondent, there is no point in considering the remaining issues. A consideration of the two remaining issues has now become an academic exercise, which this court is not prepared to venture into.
He further clarified that while the All Progressives Congress APC appealed the PDP's court victory, the Court of Appeal did not issue a consequential order restating the removed officials, adding that the judgment obtained by the Action People's Party APP, which also sacked the local government officials, remained in effect as its appeals was dismissed. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice assured Osun citizens that the state government will use every legal avenue to protect democracy and prevent any unconstitutional takeover of local government councils.
It is expedient at this point that I refer the House to the Federal Court decision in suit number FNC/OS/CS/103/2022 between Action People's Party APP and Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and 6 others, where the Federal Court held thus at pages 47 to 48 held thus. Furthermore, in the exercise of the power conferred on me by Section 6A and B of the Nigerian Constitution as amended, I hereby make the following consequential orders. 1. The election of the local government council across Ossun State held on 15/10/2022 pursuant to notice of election issued on 15/8/2022 is hereby declared unconstitutional, invalid, null and void for violation of the Constitution and breach of sections 28, 29, 32, 98, and 150 of the Electoral Act 2022.
According to the State Commissioner for Information and Civic Engagement, Oluomokola Kwalimi, who decries the political manipulation and calls for Public Vigilance condemned what he described the plot as an orchestrated attempt to destabilize the state using misinformation and abuse of power. Addressing the ongoing controversy surrounding the alleged move to reinstate sacked local government officials, Oluomo Alimi warned that the people of Osun must remain vigilant against political manipulation designed to create chaos.
And since there are two separate judgments, one obtained by the PDP, yes and no, another one obtained by the APP, the two parties are different. The two judgments with two different suits. The two suits were never consolidated at the Federal High Court. The Court of Appeal gave the two judgments in different dates. And so the two judgments stand, and from the two judgments, the elections were annulled. And the council chairman and the councillor, they were asked to vacate.
The commissioner accused the former governor and current minister of marine and blue economy, Mr. Adigboyega Oyetola, of engaging in calculated political strategy to undermine Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration. He described Oyetola's alleged directive to security agencies as an abuse of influence aimed at forcefully returning APC loyalists to office despite court rulings that invalidated their elections. The commissioner urged citizens to demand transparency and accountability from those pushing for the illegal reinstatement, emphasizing that the government has always operated within the confines of the law. He also cautioned security agencies against becoming tools for political interference, reminding them that their primary duty is to serve and protect the people, not individual political figures.
Let us agree they now go to the council. They will be guilty of three things. First and foremost, they will be guilty of disrupting the public peace. Secondly, if they get to a local government and do anything funny there, they will be guilty of destruction of public property. And the third one, they will be guilty of contempt. And we want the whole world to know that they should not test the will of this government. Any one of them that dare and try to go to any of our local government, we will file contempt of court before the Federal Court. We now expect them to bring the Court of Appeal of a different suit to come and defend it. So we are warning them now, as stated by our government, that we know our president to be a Democrat and somebody who respects the rule of law.
Oluomo Alimi called on civil society organizations, the media, and the international community to pay close attention to developments in Osun State, warning that the state government will not only allow any unconstitutional takeovers of local government. It has been Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga for Dateline.
Many thanks to you there, Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga. Moving ahead, the re-election endorsement of the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has continued to receive massive support from the people of the state. The latest endorsement is coming from a non-governmental organization, the Sam Oyos Foundation, that mobilized a 2-kilometer health and wellness work to support the continuity of Governor Adeleke's administration in Osun State beyond 2026. Dateline captures the exercise held in Modakeke.
Osun State is gradually entering into another political era where the people get to exercise the power vested in them by the Constitution to freely decide who will govern them through a democratic process. It is a season of endorsements and public display of support by different groups for a candidate whom the people have great faith in to lead them in the journey of delivering good governance for the overall interest of the people and the state. The latest group to join the endorsement train is a non-governmental organization, the Sam Oyos Foundation. The group, led by its chairman, Honorable Samuel Oyedotun, organized a 2-kilometer health and wellness work tagged The Work to Live with Sam Oyos the Champion in Modakeke, headquarters of Ife East Area Council. Honorable Samuel Oyedotun, who currently serves as the chairman of Osun State Water Corporation, explained that the Sam Oyos Foundation has over the years been involved in catering for the education, health and development needs of the people.
Sam Oyos Foundation is a foundation that it's been around for a while, and we provide education, health, and development for the society. About a few months ago, we distributed about 20,000 notes, exercise books to all the primary schools around. In the area of health, we are doing one right now. We've done several before. This will energize people and it will keep people in shape. And right there, over there, we have the doctors and nurses checking for blood pressure. They are also checking their sugar, and they are also, weighing them to make sure that they are not overweight.
Similarly, the senior special assistant to the Governor on Political Affairs, Otumba Tunde Badmus, noted that Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration has transformed all the sectors of the state, including the health sector, agricultural sector, commerce and industry, human capital development, among others. He maintained that his infrastructural drive in all the nook and cranny of Osun State has remained unprecedented and visible for all to see, adding that the only way to ensure the continuity of good governance in Osun State is to support the government beyond 2026.
And see what the governor is doing presently for the past 2 years and a few months in the state, and the health sector, the infrastructures, education, agriculture, and I can tell you for sure, and Osun people are already convinced that Ademola Adeleke a good choice again for a second time. And I can tell you, as the governors have also always emphasized, that the good work will progress, and women development will go pari passu as we progress in Osun State. We have always been enjoying the cooperation of the good people of Osun State, and we are seeking more cooperation from the society, most especially the civil servants that have been cooperating with the governor to achieve this far. So we seek more cooperation from the civil servants, religious leaders, our traditional leaders, and the good people of Osun State at large.
The staff members of Osun State Water Corporation, led by the General Manager, Engineer Florence Jokotola, also seized the opportunity provided by the Work to Live exercise to sensitize the public on the need to protect government infrastructure. She noted that her team has been in Modakeke to fix the water issues in the town, just as she implored the people to continue to support the government by paying their taxes and other levies as and when due, for government to be able to fulfill its mission of providing infrastructures and other basic amenities for the people.
The state government, under the leadership of Senator Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke, is working round the clock to make sure the people of Osun State enjoy adequate water supply. And that is why we are in Modakeke today. We are replacing some pipelines in Modakeke to make sure the people get water. And I'm happy to tell you that we could see water all around in Modakeke, though there are a lot of leakages and wastages. So my message is that once people see leakages of water supply, they should get across to our nearby office, to wherever they are. Then we appeal to people when they see vandals touching our pipe fittings, valves and other appurtenances, they should please contact us, then stop them, because once those things are vandalized, we will not be able to supply water to people, and reinstating them will cost a lot.
The foundation, joined by residents of Modakeke, expressed support for the continuity of the Adeleke's administration in Osun State beyond 2026 as it commenced the health work from Obande and worked through Okeola, Our Lady's Junction, Ojoba, down to Iraye, Bosha, to Okeamola, down to Itameri, and subsequently terminated the work to live at the palace of the Ogunshua of Modakeke. Has the public on reasons they should continue to support the Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration beyond 2026. The Ogunshua of Modakeke, Oba Joseph Olubiyi Toriola, joined by the Ogunshua in council, were on ground to receive the group. In his royal speech, the monarch noted that God has blessed the ancient town with worthy sons and daughters that are making him proud in all ramifications. He expressed appreciation to the People's Democratic Party (PDP's) administration in Osun State for giving special recognition to the town and its people, and for ensuring that democracy dividends get to every part of the state. He noted that he was particularly proud of Honorable Samuel Oyedotun for promoting healthy living in the town through the Work to Live exercise and free medical outreach. The Ogunshua also gave his royal blessings to Sam Oyo's foundation. The health and wellness exercise was more than just a work, as it was preceded by health screenings conducted by qualified and experienced medical personnel and provided an avenue for the residents of the town, including the aged, women and youth, to check their blood pressure, sugar level and height, as they were also sensitized on how to achieve and maintain healthy living. Oluchi.
And that ends Dateline on Osbc TV. It was produced by Babatunde Fanwopo. Thank you for watching. My name is Oluchi Amuda. Good night.